From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for May the 10th, 2016. Today we're going to be taking a look at the USDCAD, the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. For today's trade analysis, it's important to note that taking a look at the news calendar for the day today, we have very little lack of significant news for the day today during the U.S. trading session. So basically what we're going to be looking for is a continuation of what we saw yesterday, the market jockeying around a little bit, bouncing back and forth, but more overly what we'll be looking for is the direction not to really change. It'll just continue in the direction it's been going in, and nothing really significant to change the sentiment of the market, let's say, here for the day today, with lack of any real news. Looking here at the USDCAD, the daily time frame, of course, clearly it was in a downtrend underneath the red trend line, was moving lower for quite a long time, several months, and now we've seen a little bit of a change of that trend pattern. Within that pattern of the trend, we had lower highs, lower lows. The black and red and blue boxes within the pattern show us the lower highs, and that the pattern basically continued for that several month period of time. And most recently, we've seen the break of that pattern where it pushed above the resistance. The black boxes ceased to continue lower, and it started moving back up again. So for the past week or so, we've seen some upward or bullish momentum here for the USCAD. Let's go ahead and zoom it in a little bit more here. The orange shaded area here, down here towards the bottom of the chart, you see back here on the left-hand side, support. So let's go ahead and put a black X there. Right there is support. A little bit after that, several days after that, we saw support again into that same orange shaded area between 129.50 and 129 or 128.95. Then he finally saw the breakdown of that orange shaded area, went underneath it, and then found resistance at that same orange shaded area. So we saw support, resistance, it dipped back down, and now we're seeing the market challenge there again. Now, a few days ago, we did find some resistance underneath it. 1, 2, 3 days found some resistance underneath it. But yesterday and today, sitting on top of that orange shaded area. We discussed yesterday the potential of this being our support zone now, the orange shaded area. In fact, yesterday I placed a pending order, and you can see it actually down here in the trade history. This is the account history tab at the very bottom of the chart. And you can see there is the sell trade that I put, or sorry, the buy or long trade that I put on the USCAD at 1.2940. It actually got taken in. It got activated as a trade because this is the account history. And not too long after that, it went up over 20 pips, came right back down, and took us out at break even. So this ended up a break even trade, but it's doing what we expected it to do. Dipped into the orange zone, went back up, dip back down. So what I'm looking for is continued support at the orange shaded area. Let's zoom in one more time. Again, there is that orange zone we saw yesterday above it. We'll see that again on the 4 hour. It dipped inside there, went above it. Now we're sitting above it again on the orange zone. 1.2950 to 28.95 is what that orange zone is. So again, that is our support. The only risk that we have right now is that it breaks back underneath there and goes back down. So we're going long as it's on top of that orange shaded area and looking for the targets back to the blue zone. The blue zone becomes our targeted area because of history. Look back here again. You go back to the left. You know that every time it's bounced off the orange zone back here and here, at least went to the blue zone, if not a little bit higher up to the next shaded area, the yellow zone just above there. So at least the blue zone becomes our first target, and we know we don't want it to break back under the orange zone. Take it down to the 4 hour time frame. Again, here's what's been happening over the past 24 hours or so. We saw it sitting on top of the orange zone, open and close above, dip back down. We spoke about this yesterday. The dip into the orange zone, 29.40, took us in within the same candle. In fact, if I take it down to the 1 hour time frame, within the same candle, and right here, if I double click on this, you can see that little line that just went in there. There's 3 dots. That's actually the trade. This candle took the trade in. Next candle went up, saw over 20 pips of profit on the initial entry, went up 22, 25 pips, and then came back down, took me out. So what I'm looking for going back to the 4 hour time frame is basically the same thing that we saw yesterday. For it to sit on top or hold above 29.50 or so and begin moving back up towards that blue shaded area. I know what the risk is. The risk is it breaks the orange zone and goes lower, so I don't want to stay in it if it breaks the orange shaded area. So once again today I have a pending order set up, ready to go. I'm Let's see if I can find that pending order down here at the bottom for you. Once again, there it is right there. There's a pending order once again set up on the USCAD. I got it at 29.50 today, just a little bit sitting on top of the orange zone, a little bit higher than yesterday's pending order, but looking for it to head on back up towards the blue shaded area for the USCAD today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.